Hey guys, welcome back to Dipswitch Demos. My name is Jackson and today we are checking out the Squier Classic Vibe Esquire. So I hear you guys asking, why are you demoing or doing a video on a guitar that isn't available anymore? This was a limited run, an FSR sort of thing, Squier thing. Fender do some limited run special edition guitars of things. This was one of those, and as far as I know, they're no longer available. I wanted to check it out because I've not played a Classic Vibe before, and I hear a lot of good things about Classic Vibe guitars, and also, why not? It's a bit of fun. I'm borrowing this off somebody for a couple of days. It's not sponsored by Fender, even though you guys know I like Fender a lot. We do some things together, so bear that in mind. So I may refer to a couple of specs online. This is taken from the Anderton's website because it's no longer on the Fender website. So we have a classic, pretty much vintage correct Classic Vibe Esquire going on here. If you didn't know, Esquire is sort of a single pickup Telecaster, but you may still notice that we have a three-way switch, which we'll get onto in a second. Specs wise, we have a maple neck, which has got a really nice kind of vintage tint to it. It's glossy on the back, so it's going to get sticky, which is, you know, a personal preference thing. Sort of vintage style tuners on the back. Bone nut, which is pretty sharp. It's not kind of been rolled off at all, but the frets themselves have been rolled off pretty nicely. We have a poplar body, which is heavy. This particular example is a beefy boy. It's a heavy guitar, probably the heaviest Telecaster I've played, or T-type guitar that I've played, which, you know, is a thing. Some people like heavy guitars. Personally, I like something a bit lighter. So if I was looking for something like this, I'd shop around a bit and find a lighter one. Although this guitar is, or was, I think £329, so it's a really affordable machine. So maybe they don't have the cream of the crop when it comes to bodywoods. That being said, the finish on this guitar is really nice. This is a vintage white, which is more yellow really. And it's a great looking guitar. It's very classic. It would be a great project guitar if you wanted to spec it out. I can't seem to find any information on the pickup itself, so I assume it's just sort of a standard Squier pickup. It sounds pretty good in one position. I'm not a fan of the other two positions, but we'll get onto that now. So in the bridge position, so far to the right if you're looking down on the guitar, is the bridge pickup straight to the output jack, as far as I know. Kind of bypassing the tone circuit and everything like that. Gives you a bit more volume, bit more presence. It's basically like a crank it back into a high gear, and, you know, it's a rock mode essentially. Cranking it to the middle position, we can then go through the volume and tone circuit, so we have the ability to roll off the tone a little bit if we wanted to. It takes a little bit of that sparkle away, and also the volume drops a little bit. And then the neck pickup. So this is the bridge pickup with the tone rolled all the way down, and it doesn't sound great in my opinion. It sounds okay. I guess traditionally it was used to almost emulate a bass sound, and I can see what they're going for. I think to make this really usable, you'd want to spend some time with the kind of electronics in here. Maybe you'd want to get like a nice wiring harness to really bring out the best of this pickup, or change the pickup, or do both. That being said, there's no doubt that this guitar has a lot of mojo. I love just the rock machine vibes of this thing. I love Telecasters. I feel at home playing a Telecaster, and just having that bridge pickup really makes you think about what you're doing more. I've said this before about my kind of Les Paul Jr. It really makes you play the guitar more, makes you pick lighter when you want something cleaner, or roll down the tone if you want sort of a more woolly neck pickup tone. Really makes you play the guitar more, not just play the strings in a way. And I love that about this guitar. That definitely transposes to this one. So I guess we'll get some tones. Not too much more to say about this. Like I said, I'm borrowing it from a mate. This is a really nice guitar. It's not available anymore, so maybe you could pick up one secondhand if you were interested in this. If this was my guitar, I would be speccing this out. Yeah, I can already imagine some really nice mods, but that's my personality. I love modding guitars and personalising them. Even if there's nothing wrong with the guitar, I just love making changes to things, and that's my personality, like I said. So tones-wise, classic vibe Esquire from Squier going into my pedal board with a few drives and fuzzers and things like that. We'll get some crazy tones there. Into the Victory V40, which is set up pretty clean but still pretty cranked, so we're getting a nice bloom and kind of natural compression from the amplifier. Going into the Bossweiser tube amp expander, set up emulating a 212 cab mic'd up with a ribbon and an SM57, going straight into Logic, and that's what you guys are hearing as always. Thanks guys for checking out the video. If you like what you saw, please go subscribe and maybe check out some more. And also be great if you're so inclined to check out some of the affiliate links below. Really helps support the channel. Yeah, that's it guys. Thanks for checking out the video, and I'll see you in the next one.